A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. We tend to try to keep things pretty PG-13 around here, but this is an improv podcast. So, who knows what we're going to say. Sometimes we throw in some swearing, some sexual content, and some violence. So, as a general warning, viewer discretion is advised. Also to be noted, the opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that, our opinions. We love the game and we like talking about it. So, any criticisms are really just all in good fun. That being said, wizards, please hire us. All right, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
Oh no!
My goodness.
We're not here. We're not here.
What?
We're not here. Shh.
Shut up.
All right, go ahead. Go for
I'm gonna leave all of this in.
it. Okay, all right.
Hello, Mario.
It's okay. I'll just what if I brought TJ back?
How are you
What?
gonna do that?
Hello, Mario.
That's my thing. You can't do that.
This
I
is
just
going off
took
to a
it.
great start.
Wait, did you hear that? Whomst laughed was to that?
I laugh at everything, so...
It wasn't you, Jordan.
Mario.
It wasn't you, Mario. Levi.
It's me.
There was that voice again.
I just said it's a me. What do you want from me?
Levi, there's only so many ways I can pretend that we're not in a video call while we record this.
Oh, hi, Ashlynn.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Ashlynn.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Nat 1 podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not going to want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertusik.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
I've never seen any of you before.
How did you get this video call link? Who are you? Who am I?
I hacked in.
They fly now. They hack
Fly
now.
now.
That's a new one. They hack now. I don't even know what context that could be in. But
Flirt later, run now.
all right. Back from the intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nat 1 Podcast. New guest episode today with a new guest. It's not Taryn again.
We know you're all devastated. We'll bring him back soon.
No! We'll try, but I thought 6 feet was... Anyway, Ashlynn.
Yes, that is me.
Hi.
Yeah, hello.
So what are you doing here exactly?
Well, approximately less than a week ago, I got a text message that was like, "Hey,
Oh.
you want to be on a podcast episode?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll
And so
do
you
that."
told those losers no, right?
What?
We're a bunch of losers. So you went to you're going to the cool podcast was out of business, so you came over here.
No, I think this is pretty cool.
Oh,
Aw.
OMG.
Don't feed their egos, Ashlynn. It's not a good idea.
Now we can say someone other than our moms likes the podcast.
Your mom likes
like
your
a podcast.
podcast. My
I
mom
watched
doesn't
the
like
new episode like yesterday, and I was having such a blast.
Yay, look at that. We have a guest that's watching our podcast.
Yay! It's a step up from the other
Actually,
three.
number one
Four.
rate.
Yeah, I know TJ doesn't. He lives with me. But that's okay. So yeah, this is Ashlynn, everyone. She is also in our D&D party.
Who are
Yeah.
you?
Woo.
What do you do?
Will you wear wigs?
No.
Mario.
No,
No,
so now's the time for us to haze you. So the questions, producer, the questions.
Oh yeah. The ones
So
I
we
totally
asked-
prepared.
Yeah, the ones we ask every
been
guest
so
their
long.
first time.
It's been a long time,
Well,
dude.
if you
I
haven't,
haven't had a
if
new
everyone
guest
at
in a
home
while.
hasn't forgotten, we are typically a D&D podcast. So usually we ask like, oh, what was your first experience with D&D? What do you do in like? Have you still continued playing D&D? Which obviously you have, since we just said that you play with us still.
No.
So basic things like that.
Okay, I can do this. I got it now. All right.
Got it.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
All right. Levi, I think you should do it now.
Okay.
That hurt. I almost choked like 3 times on my own spit.
Just don't do that.
Pertussen's gonna accidentally die for a bit one day.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter.
None of us are gonna notice because we're gonna think it's like it's a joke.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll start off with the first question then. What, if you can remember, what was like your first ever experience with Dungeons and Dragons? Like, not like playing it, like hearing about it.
Honestly, I almost knew nothing about. Well, I lied. Hold on. Let me start over.
I should have lied.
I was going to say before I played with you guys, I didn't know anything, but that's not true. One of my friends, out of nowhere, he was like, "Hey, let's play Dungeons and Dragons," and I was like, "What? Can I cuss?
Absolutely.
What the fuck is that?" And so he was like, "You just roll some dice and you play pretend and you just have a good time." And I was like, "Sure." And so we knew nothing about D&D, and our whole group played D&D for like 2 sessions.
And this was before Stranger Things, so you're a cool
Yeah.
D&D kid.
No, we accept all people that are discovering D&D. It is a good thing. Please join the community. It's fun to
We or
hear.
you, Jordan? No, I'm kidding.
Is
We
there
do
a
not
bad
gatekeep.
one? Wait, but is there a bad one to get D&D from?
I don't think so.
Oh, I was just joking.
Yeah,
Question
honestly,
for
I
you.
didn't know how to actually play until I joined this.
Maybe like if you legitimately got D&D from like Satanism, maybe then. But like,
That would be bad.
I don't know if they actually do that though. I don't know.
Wait, I know. We just get to gatekeep all the other TTRPGs, right, Jordan? Pathfinder, you suck.
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Continue, Ashlynn.
Hey, she didn't say no.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Jordan, you get to
So-
ask the next question.
Oh, okay.
I guess the next question. How did you start playing with us?
I forget what the occasion was that I showed up at Levi's house, but for some reason, someone asked me to like come over and join, or at least like check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I showed up, and I was just in Levi's basement. We're on couches around one of those foldable tables.
Back with the foldable table. The good old
I love our table now, but I miss the folding table. Well, it's not our table, it's Pertuse's table that
I
lives at
still
Levi's
got
house.
it. I
But
still have it.
Yeah.
Foldable table. It's not gone.
No, we don't.
I
have
got
room
the
here.
memory of like a fly, so I don't really remember much that happened. I just remember showing up one day, and then someone was like, "You want to join?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll join."
back when the party had like 12 members.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
when
Just
I
the-
There
was
were so many
insane.
people. And I knew everyone, so it wasn't that bad transitioning into playing with you guys, even though I didn't know what was happening. 10
Yeah.
sessions.
Crazy times. All right. My turn to ask a question.
Mhm.
All right.
Don't
Okay.
screw it up. Don't screw it up. Don't mess up.
Okay. All
Don't
right.
mess up.
Ashlynn,
Yeah.
what was your first character?
Ooh. I love my first character. Well, the one that I can remember, because I don't remember any of the ones that I played with the other group, but
Mhm.
my first character that actually mattered was a barbarian named Tiger Lily. and she was a big orc. Was she a half orc?
Tiger Lily was a half orc.
Okay, she was a half orc, and she couldn't speak very well. She just beat people up, and it was awesome.
And this was also before we played we played by very loose rules because we didn't own any books.
Loose
So-
rules? You mean no rules?
Yeah.
We did. We rolled dice and something happened.
It was by very vague osmosis knowledge of what we knew about the game. So, yeah.
Mhm. Tiger Lily was badass. She was so cool.
Yeah. She'd be
And
in
she showed
Cobra
up
Kai.
in
Dead
she showed
now.
up in campaign 2 too.
Yeah, she was there for
Wow.
campaign 2, and she could talk. So,
She learned. It was 20 years later. So,
yeah, I would hope she would be able to.
All right, Ashlyn, your turn to ask yourself a question.
Ah. Cats or dogs? Definitely cats. I like cats better.
That's a completely
Alright.
valid question. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, you told
well,
me.
I see what the problem is. She picked cats.
We're not allowed to answer. We don't clap.
I'm gonna clap if I want to.
Ah!
Whoa,
All right,
whoa,
Levi,
whoa,
it's your
whoa,
turn.
whoa.
See what happens when you give the guest the question. Everything derails.
Have we
Dogs
ever
are
been
okay.
on the rails?
Cats are better.
What about
My turn? My
cogs
turn?
or dats? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else to get. I mean, that's a pretty basic information.
Are you calling me
Oh.
basic?
No,
Whoa.
that's
Whoa,
like
whoa.
the questions. That's all the questions that
There's
we
one
really
more.
needed to get out. There is one more. What is it?
What do you think about D&D now?
Oh,
Absolutely sucks. It's true.
Yo, same.
you're
No,
just like everyone else in the fan base. No.
Absolutely hate it. It's a trash game.
that movie's gonna suck. No, no.
Yeah.
No, the movie actually looks pretty good. Not
It
gonna
does
lie.
look really good.
I
Wait,
really
what?
hope
What
it's
movie?
good.
You haven't
What?
seen?
The D&D movie.
No, we're not gaslighting you, Ashlyn. There's actually a D&D movie coming out.
There's
No
also a
way.
D&D cartoon, but that's a different thing.
That's old and bad.
It's not bad. It's amazing.
But is it old?
Yes, it's old.
Well, there you go.
Wait, I'm gonna have to look up this movie later.
It's pretty cool. But
I actually have one more D&D question for. Well, it's technically a question. I feel like we need to talk about the satyr lore that has been developed between the two of us during Olympus.
Yeah.
So a little bit of backstory. If you listen to the How I Met Your D&D Party episode, you know that in Pertuzit's current campaign that we're playing that is Greek mythology themed, not Theros. It's not Theros, but it's Greek mythology themed. I play a satyr. And Ashlynn recently joined this campaign, and she also plays a satyr. And somehow it just works out so perfectly that they get along, and there's just so much tomfoolery and dumb fuckery that happens, and it's wonderful.
Yes,
They
honestly,
One brain
playing
cell.
dumb characters is like my favorite thing.
it's pretty fun.
Or just like outlandish characters in general. Like you just like are shocked whenever they
Mhm.
do anything. You're just like really like
Yeah, I love him. That's why Ulok's one of my favorites, because he wasn't super dumb, but he was dumb enough to make it fun.
yeah. He definitely set the standard for satyrs.
True, because now the whole party has an opinion of how all satyrs are.
Yeah,
We're
apparently
both
now
so
all
stupid.
satyrs are like airheads and they say dumb stuff.
Well, to be fair though, the
No.
only ones that we've met that we haven't killed are you two. So
And we're
Why
both
is
extremely
that's
sheltered.
not true. We've met some in the temple as well, but we just haven't had like extended conversation with them. But all the other ones we killed. So
Maybe they all are like that. You just don't know.
Fern and Arlo are outliers and should not be counted.
they're actually the smartest two satyrs.
Yeah.
It's like a racial feature, like Fey ancestry, but it's just called like satyr brain.
See, my running theory that I think is amazing is that Fern and Arlo are actually the smartest members of the party, but everybody just like underestimates them so much, and it's intentional that like one of these days they're gonna like blow up the fucking world together and nobody's gonna expect it.
I'd like
Those
that.
of them are planned. Oh my gosh.
You hear that, Levi? You can't read the comments for this video because they might tell you what happened now.
What?
That was another thing I was going. Oh, okay. I think this is the last D&D question I can think of to ask our amazing guest here, Ashlynn. What is the funniest moment you can remember in D&D that like you've had? What is like the funniest thing you remember?
Okay, hold on. There's a lot.
Great, good. I'm glad.
Once, like, we were in the mountains. Was it me that did something and like suffocate everyone, or was it someone else? Remember
Wait.
the snow?
The avalanche. I forgot that was you.
I don't remember
Was
whose
that
fault
me?
that was. I think it
I'm
might
pretty
have been.
sure that was me.
Someone wanted to go sledding on the snowy mountain.
I did do that.
In a snowy mountain that hadn't had any of its snow disturbed in like decades.
Yes, it was so worth it. That was one of my favorite moments. And another one is like every single time we were near a bar, because Lavender would just get like plastered drunk every time, and like that was always really good. Oh, and then I don't know, every interaction Lavender had with Eok was
The
really
antagonist.
good because everyone's reaction was my favorite.
That's true.
Always funny.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Shut up about
For reference, Lavender and Eok. Eok was Lavender's hot demon girlfriend. And very intense relationship. And she's really cool. She was like her own little plastic surgeon and gave her big boobs. That was really cool.
She was
Forgot
a
that was a thing
sex
that
demon.
Hello, hot dog.
Hot dog came later.
Oh, I'm glad you had a lot of funny moments to share with the class. Those were great. Those were amazing. I forgot that you were kind of the focal point of the avalanche.
I forgot too. I forgot whose fault it was.
I knew I was involved somehow. I just couldn't remember.
Oh, goodness. Stay tuned for a story recap eventually happening, probably.
We should also clarify we're not just saying hot dog because it's a funny word. That's what we call one of the gods in Levi's world, and he hates it.
Okay, I gotta give some explanation because I'm gonna hate this going forward, and everyone who watches this is just gonna know them as hot dog.
Oh, Levi, you're gonna like make everyone from now on, like if we ever get a huge fan base, they're all gonna call it hot dog.
Yes.
So
These are the seeds planted right now. Her name is going to be Hot Dog.
The main antagonist of the second campaign I ever DM'd was a demon, a demon god of like excess and lust and all that shit. And so eventually, because they were in an established relationship with a party member, that party member got pregnant. And everyone in the party collectively decided the child's name was going to be Hot Dog. Because
Not
they're
in
all
character.
abusive pieces of shit.
It was not in character. It was out of character.
Where did Hot Dog
Nobody in
come from?
character said Hot Dog.
I want to know who came up with that. Was it
I think Jordan came up with Hot Dog.
really?
And I don't remember why.
It's
I
the
can't
same reason
remember.
that I say Armor to random answers when I don't know what to say. I don't know.
So, that is why they keep calling them Hot Dog. Because after this demigod was born, they now, thousands of years later, when we're going to play the next campaign, are a deity that exists. And they've decided they're going to refer to them as Hot Dog because that's what they referred to them as way back when.
Not in character, only out of character to piss you off.
That doesn't matter for this one, though, because they know.
I think I'll do in character as well, you know? The only acceptable amount of metagaming is just for memes.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree with that. At least. I can give you that.
I feel the compulsion to call her Hot Dog. Mysteriously.
That's when
Your-
she goes,
your name
"Oh,
doesn't suit
brother."
Your name doesn't suit you. Has anybody ever called you Hot Dog? That just seems
Yes.
to fit so
Oh,
much
she
better.
is such a hot dog.
Really? She is.
Comment if you've ever been referred to as a hot dog before.
Derogatory or as a term of endearment.
Gonna make a YouTube account called Eok.
Me. Hello, Eok. Okay. All right. Well, Ashlyn, do you have any questions for us now that you're in the hot seat?
I think
What
I
did
know
I
you
say about giving
What?
the guests questions?
I was
She's
hoping
already
you would go
asking
for
questions.
really, I'm really bad with questions. You can't hand it to me, host.
Okay. My answers are more. So.
You
Oh,
can't steal my answer. No copying. Teacher.
Not copying if I go first.
Who's the
Not
teacher?
what if that's the right answer though?
Yeah.
You mean when I say
multiple-
someone's answer but louder so I win?
Exactly what's happening.
That's me. Can you guys tell I play evil characters a lot?
Can you tell that I
Cartoonishly.
play chaotic characters a lot?
Sledding. All right. So yeah, that concludes the introduction and D&D portion of this episode. Continue watching. You don't have a choice. No, please don't click away. Stop. You're going to kill me.
No, you said
alright.
they don't have a
Like and
choice, but then
subscribe,
implied they have a
like and
choice.
Now it is still October at the point that this is coming out, not when it's
No!
recorded. Yeah. So now our next question for our guest: scary things. Continue.
Yes.
Please proceed, Ashlyn.
With what?
Mm,
You gave me scary things.
Oh, sorry.
What is the scariest thing?
Yeah. Hot dog?
The dark.
Oh,
The dark is so scary.
dark is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Have you seen all those memes and TikToks of people like me trying to beat the demon when I turn the light out?
Me.
I do that.
You guys haven't beaten yours yet?
You know what else is terrifying? Morbius. I think Taryn is watching it right now.
No way. I need to see it.
I'm coming over there right now to get him.
He came here and he asked, and he was like, "Can we watch more?" After we finished our last session, and he was here, and it was like 2 a.m. He was like, "Can we watch Morbius now?" I said,
No, I-
no.
I think it was at the suggestion of our parents.
Why?
That makes it even better.
Can't wait to hear Jay's opinions on that.
I'm Dr. Michael Morbius.
No, but the dark is a very scary thing, for real.
Indeed.
It correlates
That's
with the
scary.
human fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
What if-
the unknown.
What if it's the other way around? Whoa.
You mean the dark is afraid of us?
No, I meant Armoire. Hello, Armoire. No.
Gesundheit.
Lorem ipsum?
Such a chaotic episode.
Good. No, I meant what if the unknown correlates with the fear of the darkness in humans?
Maybe.
When will you be scared of the dark unknown?
I feel like the reason I'm afraid of the undark. Oh no. I feel like
I'm
the reason-
infecting them.
I feel like the reason I'm afraid of the dark is because I don't know what's in it though.
Mm.
I mean, I'm sure that's the reason that I'm afraid of it, but
Because when I am with other people and or have like a weapon on my person in the dark, I am much less afraid of it than I would be otherwise.
because the boogeyman can get the people that you're with.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You just have to run faster than the slowest person. Oh, God,
Yes,
that's me.
exactly.
Oh no, that's me.
I've done that before. Oh, have I told
What? Wait.
have I told the story? Have I told that story on the podcast before?
I don't think so.
You know what? This is now campfire story time. I don't care anymore.
All right.
Everyone get some campfire stories ready. So, I'll start. I believe I've told you guys this story in person before, but you may not remember. It may have been a while, so I'll tell it like it's fresh, all right? So one time, I'm in middle school age boy. If you watched our last episode, like creepypasta, scary stuff, right? So, me, a couple of friends, there's probably like 5 of us all hanging out. We're at my house. I live in a very rural area, so there's a lot of like a house and then trees, fields, darkness, no street lamps, no lights, just darkness and trees. So,
Darkness.
yeah.
She was there.
Yeah. No. We were all just hanging out. One of our friends just left. They just had to leave. They like their parents weren't letting them stay the night. Everyone else was staying the night. So we all were like, "Oh, bye, see you." We're in the driveway. And we're just like, "Bye, bye," and then we're all kind of hanging out, and we're like, well, I guess we should go inside now. You know, we were like middle school aged boys. We were all like, we kind of want to hang out a little bit. And while we're hanging out, we just hear a loud clang above our heads and like behind us, and instantly all of us start running towards the door to the house. And the first thing I did was I took the guy that was slower than me, or he was like right next to me, and we were probably like evenly matched. I took him, took both arms, and slammed him back and kept running.
Oh my god!
He didn't make it back that night. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say, how's that friendship going?
No, he's fine.
You guys remember Jeffrey? Of course you don't. No.
Turns out what that was is we had a carport at my house, and that was one of my cats jumping onto the carport from a tree. So it made like a big echoey noise.
You fed your friend to the nightman because of your cats.
But it was so good because like there was no hesitation. All of us ran. We were all scared. Oh, very scary in the moment. But that's my campfire story. Who else has one?
I got one.
Ooh.
So one day in high school, we were a part of this big group that we had two main locales we would hang out in. And one was another guy's house. We'll call him Bronston. And the other was my house because we both, like Produce It, lived in a wooded area with a pretty big property. So everyone could like hang out and we could mess around on the entire property and do a bunch of wacky stuff. One of those things is we would all, I don't know if we've mentioned this before on the podcast, but we would like run around and play this game called Infected, which is like tag, but it's like, if you know the Infected game mode from Call of Duty, it's just that. It's just the game mode from Call of Duty where when you get tagged, the person who tagged you stays it, but you're also it. So eventually it's like the last person standing wins. And sometimes we would do it when it was light outside, and other times we would do it when it was nighttime. And the nighttime ones could be interesting.
Terrifying.
Because sometimes so many people would get tagged and you'd just be by yourself. Like in the middle of the woods, on the property, trying to be as silent as possible so no one would find you. You see their flashlights streaking around throughout the night sky, and you're like, oh God, when are they gonna get me? So one time, we were doing this, and I was one of the not taggers, and this was like very early in the game. And me and this other guy, who we were playing with, he's different than Bronston, but I'm also just going to call him Bronston because I said Bronston earlier and realized I'm never going to use his name again in telling this story. So now this, now this guy's Bronston 2. Yeah. So Bronston 2 and I were in this like little thicket on the backside of my property. And I get gutsy. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go down there, down the hill real quick and like scout it out and see if anyone's down there. Okay. And he's like, okay, I'll stay right here. So I go down there and I turn around and I see him and someone else sitting next to each other. And so I figured, oh, someone else came over. Like while we were here, they saw us and they came over and they're just sitting next to him. And so I'm like, okay, Bronston 2, come over here. Come on, let's go. And then like right when that happened, one of the people who was it came through. And so we scattered. Later, when like the game's over and we're all talking to each other, I'm talking to Bronston 2, and I was like, oh, who came up to you when it was just you and me like up there? Who came up to you and was like sitting next to you and was gonna like join us? He was like, what are you talking about? I was there alone. Yeah, this legitimately happened too. Like the person was so close that they were like shoulder to shoulder with him.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have very well just been someone who was really quiet and he didn't notice them, or I don't know, because it would have been really hard not to notice them at that distance.
Oh,
but yeah, he legitimately was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, are you being serious right now? And he's like, I have no clue what you are talking about at all.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's just like that Pokemon thing again. I guess that's not a white hand on your shoulder then.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. What? Don't touch your shoulder. You'll touch it.
Stop it.
Good story. I like that one. I don't know if I've actually heard that one before, but I like
I
that.
haven't heard that one. Oh
I
god, that's
have.
terrifying. That makes all the times that we've played that out like even worse. Ah.
Well, supposedly, both those properties have some kind of like creature that everyone has seen on them. Two different creatures. So
That I did not know.
yeah, I think it might just have been. I don't think they're real. I think it's just high schoolers being like, "Ooh, scary thing that we were paranoid and made up." Like,
It's kind of like how the Japanese high schools have. What do they have? It's called like the 7 myths or whatever.
yeah,
That's a cool thing. We can talk about that in a minute.
Ooh, I love that. There's a show, the Toilet Coon or something.
Toilet bound Hanako-san, Hanako-kun, whatever it is. Yeah, I watched half of that.
was so good. I love that show.
The art style was really unique. It was really good.
Oh my god, yeah, it was.
The
So
voice acting was good too. Yeah.
played it.
See, the thing is that I'm scared of the dark, but I've never had a scary experience in the dark.
Lucky.
Like, I mean, there's always like the, oh, gotta go get the mail or something, and then I run back real quick. But like, nothing has like actually happened for me to be scared of the dark. I just am.
Mhm.
I can't explain it.
No, that's reasonable for sure. Jordan, you have a scary story to share?
I have something akin to a scary story. I don't know if it's scary or if it's just like, ooh, mysterious. So you guys know we used to do in high school, there was an organization in our hometown that would put on like productions that were tours of our local cemetery.
Mhm.
And so one year I was a tour guide. This is also, I will say, the tours that they put on are amazing, and the productions that they do are amazing. And this group does really, really good work for the cemetery and the surrounding area, and it's a really cool thing. But like, this genuinely freaked me out. So I was a tour guide. So me and the other tour guide had to go and walk our routes the night before the program, and there wasn't like somebody to take us around necessarily, so we were just walking our separate routes. And things during that, like being in that cemetery on like during sundown, really weird. Like stuff, you would hear stuff moving behind you and things like that. And eventually, this is the like weird and kind of cool thing. There was a cat that started following me through the cemetery, like, and it wasn't like chasing me or anything. It would like just walk right up alongside me, completely like wild cat. I don't know where this cat came from. It was just my little buddy through the cemetery. And then by the time I got back, like nobody could find the cat. And so I don't know if it was a ghost cat or a real cat, but it was a cute cat. But yeah, that was genuinely very freaky being there alone, because I very heavily believe in ghosts, and I very heavily believe that cemetery is haunted, and I will never go in Babyland again at night by myself. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
All right. Cemeteries, woods, carports, scary stuff. All right, Ashlynn, now you get to make up a scary story for us.
Okay, one time I was walking the woods for no reason,
Mhm.
and I was all alone, and I heard some rustling, and then nothing happened. It was
Oh, that's so creepy.
kept-
OMG.
I just kept walking.
Unsolved mystery. Terrifying.
It's just like an A24 movie.
Yeah, I never figured out what made a rustle in the leaves. It was just.
We're gonna fight.
No, it's a scary. It raises the expectation, and then it plays creepy music for like an hour and 30 minutes, and then nothing happens.
I've just like watched a lot of scary things and played a lot of scary games, and so I just get scared of stuff, but nothing actually happens to me.
For sure. We'll have you touch on that. What is the scariest game you've ever played or seen played?
Outlast is always one that would scare me. I watched PewDiePie, I think, play it.
Point Levi?
Really early on.
Yeah.
That one always got me.
It is very scary.
Yeah, I think I tried to play it maybe once, and I was like, I can't. I literally can't like move.
Dude, I did that with Amnesia.
Yeah, that's my
Um,
problem. Is like I love scary games, but I can't play them myself. I
yeah.
won't get anything done. I won't do anything. I have to watch people play them.
I want to hide in the light.
Me too.
And I don't
We-
want to like advance because like you know something scary is gonna happen.
Yes.
But you have to go that way. So it's like I can't. Just can't.
Oh, we need to have like a hot seat thing. We all need to like get to my apartment and like force each other to play
People are gonna
horror
hate
games.
me. I will scream. Like it will be horrible.
Oh, that'd be good. All right, Levi, now you get to pick. Which was the scariest story?
I think mine was the scariest story.
I would agree. Levi's
Whoa.
was the scariest.
No, we're not allowed to vote for our own.
Well, that one's the biggest mystery. I think. Well, I
Hmm.
mean, the cat's a pretty big mystery too. But like,
I still don't know what rustled the leaves. Was it like a horrible creature monster,
you might
or
not
was
ever know.
might have just been like a metaphor
Mm.
or something?
Must have been the wind.
You must. It really must.
The one time when that actually makes sense. All right, that's campfire horror stuff. What else is scary?
Horror.
Yeah,
Scary internet stories are scary.
yeah. Ashton, what else? What's
You could
scary?
almost say they're creepy.
I don't know what that has to do with
Nice
macaroni.
segue.
Pasta?
Why are they? I'm not gonna open that
We're
can of
talking
worms.
about creepy pastas. I already know it.
Creepy pasta?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I like the phase where everyone like plays Minecraft a lot and are like early teens and like really cringy and stuff. Well, a part of that was my creepy pasta phase, and I loved it. And my favorite story is it's the Russian sleeping experiment.
Hey.
That one is my favorite. I think
It's
I've
so
listened
creepy.
to the creepy like voice people on YouTube like
Mhm.
read it to me. I think like at least 10 times.
Man,
It's my favorite.
there's an analog series I need to get you guys to watch. Then you guys gotta watch the Smile tapes.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds
For
terrible.
Tuesday, please. I didn't sleep after the last one.
I'm telling you, the analog horror is literally just the 10 years later creepypastas now.
It really is.
Have you watched much of that, Ashlyn? Have you watched much of the analog horror stuff?
No, I have no
Oh.
idea. What it is.
Oh
Next
yeah,
time we're all
'cause when you
together.
subjected us to the one video was before she joined.
Yep. Next time we're all together, I got some stuff for you
That's
guys.
terrifying.
I won't make you watch Mandela Catalog again, although they did come out with Volume 333 and it's really good, and Volume 4 is on the
Cry.
horizon.
I don't know. Sometimes I love like torturing myself and watching stuff that like scares the heebie-jeebies out of me,
Mm-hmm.
or like stuff that's like weird and that makes
Yeah.
me feel weird. I'm like, ew, I don't want to.
Oh,
Bad
remember
decision,
that?
Mark.
Well, remember that one? What was it, like the Momo statue? That
Yeah.
thing was freaky.
That
That
was
got
pretty
me for a
freaky.
bit before I figured out what it was.
What?
It
Look
was
it
just
up.
an art installation that people put internet lore around.
Yeah.
The statue is actually pretty cool. It's very fucking creepy, but it's a cool statue. But it's yeah,
It,
people made like an
Oh,
online
yeah.
myth around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
it legit makes me feel like it's something that someone made a 3D render of a Junji Ito drawing when I see it.
I can see that.
But yeah, for sure. I'll also have to get Ashlyn to like see some of the stuff from Uzumaki since she wasn't around for that either.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what that is either.
Have you heard of Junji Ito, Ashlyn?
I don't think so.
He's like a super famous. He's like the Japanese R.L. Stine kinda. He makes a lot of really scary manga. Maybe Stephen King's more accurate.
I would say Stephen King more than R.L. Stein.
Yeah, he's not.
Are there like anime that are based off of his manga or no?
There's one. It's not very good. It didn't really capture the fear very well. The animation wasn't that good. But a new one's coming out. Before we get out of the Zoom call, I'll show you the trailer for the upcoming one because it's really, really good. It's being made by Adult Swim or
Ooh.
published by or whatever.
Yeah. I watched a few scary anime and those are something else too. I like those.
True.
There was one, I don't even know what it like the name of it is. It was about a school that was like haunted and it kept like killing students. It was
Was
very
it
gruesome.
was it Another or was it Corpse Party?
It might be Corpse Party. Isn't there a game?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was Corpse Party.
Okay.
It was so weird.
Corpse
Main
Party's
character
pretty
guy,
good.
he is so weird. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just a weird anime from what I remember, but it was very freaky.
Yeah, I've never been really spooked by horror anime. I don't think most of
Yeah.
them haven't been
It's
that
a little
spooky.
weak. Video
Yeah.
games get me more, and I'm not even like playing them. Like I just watch someone, I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, true. Oh, that's another. We didn't really talk about horror anime that much, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh!
Mhm.
It popped in my head. Do you
Mhm.
remember the Teletubby game, the scary Teletubby?
Oh yeah.
No.
That game is so scary.
What was it? It was
You
called
did it on your
Slendy Tubby,
phone.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Wait, no, I do know what you're talking about. That scared the shit out of me.
Teletubbies was the worst, but I loved it.
It was one of the scariest, like little
Yeah.
Slenderman Tubby ripoff things.
Yes, it was so scary.
Mhm.
And what something that wasn't even scary, but like I would do to scare me was like on Gary's mod, those little things that are just pictures and they just like kill you. Or
The
like
next bots.
yeah, or you could get like SCPs, and I would always like make
Mhm.
mazes or get the maze maps and put
Mhm.
those in it and then go through the maze on my own. Like there would be no one else. It'd just be me.
Man.
Scare the crap out of myself.
Can we talk about like the impact that the two early SCP games had both on SCP and horror? Like what was that one? It was like the stairs one where all you did was go downstairs.
Oh my gosh,
That was
yeah.
pretty early. That was like 2000, like late 2000s, but still
Yeah,
it
because that's
was
the endless staircase.
yeah, it was like famously someone made a game of it. No, super scary. And there's the other big one. It's just called Containment Breach, isn't it? SCP Containment
I
Breach.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
SCP
it's still getting
Containment
updated.
Breach. Yeah, it's still getting updated, and they constantly just add new things to it. And there's also Secret Laboratory, which uses, I believe, the same assets of Containment Breach, but it's a multiplayer match.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
played that and it's more funny than scary.
Yeah, those ones are funny just because you have other people to. Again, when you're with other people, scary dies down really quickly.
Mhm.
The indomitable human spirit.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh my god,
I
I don't know if it counts, but is the Backrooms an SCP or is that
It's
a
believe it is an
independent.
SCP. No, I believe
was-
once it got made, someone then was like, "I'm gonna make it an
Yeah.
SCP," because of course they did.
Yeah, that's what happened. It was an original, then got SCP'd, but then most people still just call it an original mostly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like that very famous series by Kane Pixels. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's kind of like in the analog horror sphere, but I don't. It's more like it's just a backroom story, in my opinion. It's pretty. It's Jordan. You need to see it because it's incredibly well made. It looks like they've actually made a set that is the backrooms, but apparently it's like all CGI'd.
Oh.
But it looks super realistic.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta check it out. And it's
I'll
just
have to
people
look
going
for
through
it.
the back rooms.
That freaks me out.
It's good. It's a good
The
series.
backroom videos do freak me out.
They did it first. They don't so much anymore for me now.
There were a few that came in my recommendations that were like Shrek, and so it like kind of made it fun to me. But
Yeah.
if it has a creepy vibe to it,
This entire time we've been talking about this, I've been looking at like lists of top 10 scariest SCPs, and people keep putting on the list that one of the dead dog woman thing that just shows up in like your peripheral vision all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why that one's marked as one of the scariest ones because it literally doesn't hurt you. All it does, it's just like schizophrenia. All it does is just appear like in your
That's
peripheral vision all the
ominous.
time and like in mirrors and stuff.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
But like you would get used to that eventually because it doesn't do
think
anything to
you
you.
would.
you might.
People with schizophrenia get used to their schizophrenia.
I
Kind
think
of.
that's correct.
Not entirely.
I think I said
Um,
09.
Do you have schizophrenia, Jordan?
No, but I don't think that's how that works.
Exactly.
I can talk about it because I have a degree about it.
I can talk about it because I have it now.
There's something I was gonna say about that. Yeah, but then also like what is it, like the really long horse neck creature that comes in your dreams and is just supposed to predict misfortune. It's also harmless but kind of terrifying. If I saw it, I'd probably die of like a heart
I'm gonna
attack.
have nightmares.
Yeah, you're welcome. Or we need to talk about that one guy, Mr. Siren Head.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I don't
sorry.
mean
Oh my
Siren Head. I mean the
God,
guy that
I-
made it.
I was about to say I like Siren Head. I don't know what the.
I love Siren Head because it's so scary.
It's just
but
a
I
cool looking
love it.
creature.
I would love to be scared by that.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Trevor Henderson, I believe.
I don't know.
He's the guy that made Siren Head and several other very terrifying monster designs. Like he also made like Toon Cat or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, his creature designs are really cool.
He's incredibly terrifying.
Cat.
His stuff gets me, man. He's got some scary stuff.
Oh.
See, that's some of the stuff. Like, if it's stuff like that, and there's not as much like lore attached to it, and it's not presented in like a specific setting, then I can step back and appreciate it and be like, "That's a really cool piece of art. Like, that's really cool character design and really cool creature design." But like, if it's in a format that is intended to scare me, I will be scared and I will cry.
Yeah, that's my problem with it. Is like it is like normally just cool designs, but then people latch onto it and give it a bunch of lore, and now I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another one I was gonna bring up, but I've forgotten what it was.
Oh, so scary. Scary images are just something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like
love
sometimes they
old
can
doctored photographs.
Oh yeah. No, for real though, that's one of the ones that Trevor Henderson has. He's got like a famous character that always appears in old pictures.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, do any of you remember that one like comic that had animation in it from like the late 2000s
Oh my God.
with
Oh
the woman
my
that twisted her
God.
head around?
Yes.
Yo.
No, but I don't want to know.
Oh my gosh.
It's like an interactive story, except you don't actually interact with it. It's just a story that you click through,
Mhm.
and there's one animation. There's like there's probably two actually, I think, and then there's like
Yeah.
sound. It's terrifying.
It's so scary.
We'll subject Jordan to that when we.
Please no.
One of the scariest that was like one of the first things that I saw as a child that probably definitely scarred me and made me interested into horror.
So
Yeah.
It's
let's
like-
not let Jordan watch that.
I think we should like let Jordan watch that. Okay. Yeah, horror's cool. We could talk about horror all the live long day, honestly.
Horror.
Also, this is Ashlynn. Hi, Ashlynn.
Hi.
But I think we're getting to an end point, so I will give a challenge not only to my co-hosts but all of you watching at home. In honor of the Ashlynn episode, I want you to film yourself and tag us on Twitter. Film yourself watching a horror show, movie, piece of media, or playing a horror game, and have in the shot your open door with all the lights off and no one else home.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm
And
kind of
don't
scared.
get hurt.
I'm not even doing anything horror related, and I'm so terrified something's really fast gonna come charging through that door. So
You said the white hand thing, and I keep.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I'm so glad I don't know what that is. I'm just not gonna.
Oh, I'll show you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everyone at home, if you think that these guys haven't seen enough horror stuff, I got them. Don't worry. They'll be terrified soon enough. They'll be house ridden.
I'm already terrified.
That's
House
horror
ridden.
Everyone scare the audience to say goodbye.
Boo.
Levi. And my horror is like the slow one where I say, I'm coming for you. Every time that you blink, I'll be there, and you won't know it. And now they
And
have to
on
think
that
about
note,
it.
Just don't look under your skin tonight.
You.
I'm just like the leaf pile in Ashlynn's story. I'm just like an undeserved payoff.
hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks! If you're